Elden Ring is a difficult game from the start. This video aims to help you get started properly and explore the first enemy patrolled area of the game without dying too much. After creating your character and watching the story intro, you'll wind up at the Chapel of Anticipation. Read the note and search the Dead Maiden for a multiplayer item. Then open the front doors. Follow the path down to the courtyard to face the Grafted Scion boss, which you probably can't defeat. Don't worry, you're not supposed to. Soon you will respawn in the Stranded Graveyard. Just proceed up the stairs and through the doors. Activate the Site of Grace in the next room, take the elevator up to the surface, and exit into Limgrave, the first continent you'll explore in the lands between. Activate the nearby Site of Grace and speak to Vare for more info if you like. Otherwise, head to the church ruins in the background while avoiding the gold-armored, horse-mounted knight patrolling the area. Outside the front door of the Church of Ella, you'll find a golden rune 2 on the ground. Inside, you'll find a grace and a smithing table with a smithing stone 1. This table allows you to upgrade your weapons and shields to +3. In the next area, there are a couple of isolated soldiers to kill. The recommended method for starting characters is to use stealth to kill them. Crouch and sneak up behind them while they're facing away. When directly behind them, press R1 or RB to stab them in the back. If they discover you, then try to use jump attacks and take down their health quickly. There's 2 other guys with their backs to the trail, so they should both be pretty easy.
Stop it, stop it. Stop it, stop it.
Then head over the hill and you'll see the Gatefront ruins. There's several good items in this area that will power up your character, not to mention the first map, but is patrolled by several tough enemies. The best strategy is to avoid being overwhelmed by tackling the foes one by one. Move up until the first opponent changes position and starts walking toward you. Let him approach and attack. I blocked it with my shield and immediately pressed R2 or RT to guard counter. The enemies in this area are easy to stagger, and then you can move up to them and press R1 or RB to inflict critical damage. Directly ahead we can see the map location, but instead we're going to head right and wait until this enemy I've targeted is alone. Then move into the doorway until he draws his weapon and comes after us. Draw him outside the archway and then guard counter and critical hit on him. As for the wolf, use a kukri or bone darts to kill it and exit back out of the ruins. Continue around the right or east side of the ruins to the next opening. When the guard facing this opening is alone, move into his vision to aggro him, draw him out, and kill him with a guard counter and critical damage. If this guy isn't here, he may be investigating the death of the wolf from earlier. Just let him return to his post. Then do the same with the patrolling guard and his wolf. From inside the camp, we need to sneak up on this guard with his back to us, but it's important not to alert the armored knight patrolling the street beyond. This can be a little tricky, as you can see. In the starting stages, you want to avoid fighting this knight on foot. Here's a successful stealth kill on the guard that doesn't trigger the armored knight. Down the stairs behind this guard is a chest containing the Storm Stomp Ash of War and the Whetstone Knife. Next time you're at a Site of Grace, you can equip a weapon with this extremely good starting Ash of War. Returning up the stairs, wait for this knight to head west and then sneak across the road behind him. Hold the circle or X button to run while crouched. Move up to the right side of this wagon and crouch behind the wheel. Wait for this enemy to move away before sneaking up on this guy for a stealth kill. This will likely trigger the other soldier who you can kill with a guard counter and critical. Open the chest on the back of this wagon to get the flail, an extremely good weapon for dexterity builds. Sneak along the north wall to the next gap. Wait for this enemy to turn his back and then perform a stealth kill. Continue west and around the other wagon. At the front corner, wait for the guard patrolling the street to turn away and then stealth kill this lancer. Open the chest on the wagon here to obtain the Lord Sworn's Greatsword, a fantastic starting weapon for strength builds. Dash across the street and then sneak up on this enemy with his back turned for a stealth kill. The guard opposite will be triggered, so use a guard counter to help kill him. The corpse in this area holds 3 ruined fragments that are used in crafting. Follow this middle road in, wait for the guard patrolling the street to walk off to the left, and make sure this armored knight is facing right. Then move in and stealth kill this guy at the fire. Patience is required to time this right. Move into these weeds next to this rock and wait for the guard with the horn to head to your right before approaching him for a stealth kill. You can now safely grab the West Limgrave map and skedaddle before the armored knight returns. After this, you can head over to rest at the Site of Grace next to the large gate. There you'll meet Melina and be able to level up and set the Storm Stomp Art of War on a weapon. She also gives you the Spectral Steed Whistle that allows you to summon Torrent. While it's still night, you'll want to fast travel back to the Church of Ella Site of Grace using your map. There you'll encounter a witch who gives you the Spirit Calling Bell and the Lone Wolf Ashes. After this, you'll be much better prepared for the game. Riding Torrent makes field combat much easier, but you'll have to avoid letting enemies strike Torrent or he might vanish. There's certainly other approaches to taking on the Gatefront ruins more directly, but I feel that the stealth approach I've outlined makes it easier. I sincerely hope you found this little guide useful, and if you did, please click the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I'm currently planning to do an entire series on Elden Ring. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day!